praying that freaking guy only works. Sorry guys, it's kinda just a little bit lead doing random shit. Apologies. Shit. That's wild. Alright then. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Huh. Let's try to expand that and put that back onto the controller piece. What? Sorry guys, the freaking rubber on the left stick controller kind of just is just not rubbering RN. You know, I'm just gonna. I don't know if I should. Genuinely, I think I could try to put it back on together, but genuinely, it's not wanting to cooperate. So I'm gonna just take the entire thing off at this point. Yeah, this genuinely tends to happen a heck of a lot. Lord have mercy. Um, yeah, genuinely can't finally put this back on together, can't I? Sorry guys, I'm in my little mini side quest right now. Again, praying that I'm online right now, but I'm not sure if I'm live or not. I'm gonna have to check that on my YouTube, on my phone. In the meantime, I'm trying to put this rubber back on, and it's not working, so I'll do it later. If I can. My dad's gonna probably kill me after this, but it's not my fault. Anyways, let me check if I'm live now. I'm praying that I'm live. Praying. Now I'm live. Dang. Anyway, thank you. Come again. Thank you. Anyway, come again. Ding, 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 dong. Yes, sir. A very, very, very simple looking thing. Yep, nothing too genuinely crazy, just some simple, some chill. Alright, welcome everyone to the live. Whoever will hop in later on or watch the aftermath of the live, welcome. I hope everyone's doing alright. It is Sunday for me, 1:58 p.m. EST. So, yeah. And we only got a week before Resident Evil Requiem comes out. Now, I do want to also have a disclaimer. If by any means throughout the live stream I randomly cut off or it just ends randomly, that is not my fault. Nor is that me being a dick. Apparently, I'm suffering from a snowstorm outside my area right now. So, and apparently it's going to be like a crazy one where it might cut off the power and stuff like that, or make the internet run really slow. So, if that ever does occur, where I, for some reason, just disappear, I apologize for that. That is not me. That is just the byproduct of the area I live in due to, natural habitats and disasters that are outside of my control. But in the meantime, we're gonna not worry about that because it hasn't happened yet, Iggy. So we're gonna just chillax and live. I probably won't be on here for long anyways, probably like at maximum 3 hours, if that. But, I'm just going to be playing Resident Evil 4 Remake for a minute, you know what I'm saying? In the meantime, we'll be chilling, talking, yapping. If you guys want to talk about anything, whether Resident Evil related or not, please go ahead and do so. You're free to. But overall, the most of the discussion I'm planning talking about will be Resident Evil related, especially regarding Resident Evil Requiem, 4 Remake, the original timeline of the lore and the remake lore, and all that jazz. Apologies for my silence. I'm just texting real quick. Alright then. Okay. Oh yeah, and then if you go down here, they have a yeah. I don't know why they have this here, but I guess, bro. I guess, bro. Anyways, welcome. No, I am currently doing a playthrough on standard difficulty in Resident Evil 4 Remake to like finish a challenge on the game, so that's why I'm doing it. Afterwards, I'm probably going to be playing the game like regular without the cat ears and stuff like that, just because I want some challenge. But yeah, welcome again to the stream, everyone. Like I said, and I was going to say, if you ever want to talk about something that's non-Resident Evil related, please do so. I'm down to chat. Hope you all enjoy the stream. Whoever joins in and watch the aftermath of the stream was fully uploaded. Also, you know, if you guys just want to talk about anything Resident Evil related, obviously, since that's kind of the titular what I'm trying to go for when it comes to the discussion side of things of the stream, please do. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the Resident Evil franchise as a whole, whether it's going to be lore, story, characters, gameplay, overall opinions, thoughts, hot takes, debates, discussions, stuff like that. This could be talking about Resident Evil 4 Remake itself, or for the original timelines, the potential remakes of any Resident Evil game coming up, and obviously the upcoming new game, Resident Evil Requiem /9. So, yeah, there's that much. Hey, Gangi, but yeah. Also, I don't know if I said this in my Resident Evil 6 live stream, because I do know that the first half of that live stream I was muted like an idiot. But I now, from what I remember, I think Capcom managed to delete most of the videos and pictures, and you know, been able to like settle the situation the best they can. But there's still some out there. I unfortunately saw a little bit of the footage, unfortunately. So yeah, stay off of platforms like Reddit, Twitter /X. Even though we all call it Twitter, let's be real. Stay off of forums like Reddit, Twitter, 4chan, all those like forums that are most likely to contain spoilers of Resident Evil Requiem gameplay and story beats. Because unfortunately, there are people who are gamers who managed to get early copies of the game 10 days before it's supposed to release and have already spoiled so many stuff, including the entire story, gameplays, and even the ending of the game. Which, come on, guys, let's be real, bro. Like these are freaking childish as related stuff they're doing, and it's unfortunate. But you know, that's all I gotta say. So just make sure y'all are okay, and you know, don't get your ass spoiled and stuff like that. Unless you don't care about spoilers, but for all of us who do and want to go into this game blind with a little knowledge possible, like myself, watch out, be careful. There are some crazy people out there that are just freaking annoying and ruin everything for everybody. So be careful out there, and yeah. Other than that, let's continue on my gameplay that I was doing, because I'm doing a standard difficulty run to get a challenge. After that, I'll probably go back to hardcore or easy mode, so I don't know. Anything, genuinely anything. In the meantime, yeah, I'm on chapter 5. As you can see, I got Ashley with me. Night Ashley, because let's be real, who wants to freaking play as Ashley without the night armor, especially how she is in the remake? She's really annoying in the remake than she is in the original. The only thing I can say about the original that made her annoying was her personality and her character and the fact that she kept yelling, but I mean, that was kind of the point. Still, though, it was a little annoying. Her remake counterpart is much more realistic, much more thought out, and much more likable in terms of personality and her character arc and stuff like that. However, gameplay-wise, she's worse. She's hella worse, Skakey. Hella freaking worse than she was in the original. But what do y'all think about remake Ashley in terms of gameplay? Because I've overall had to have any problems too much, but the problems I miss original Ashley more times than I can count. In the meantime, gonna be chillaxing. I'll also be probably going through most of the comms and cutscenes of the game, just because why not? I mean, it's been a minute, and I've already done it so far throughout this playthrough anyways, because I have nothing really better to do. So, you know, move, girl! Like, bro, you are right on my ass cheeks. Why are you so far behind, gang? Dang, bro. She be lacking, bro. Lacking. Whether it's knight armor or not, bro, she be lacking hard behind you, bro. It makes zero sense. Zero purpose. Zero sagacity, bro. Zero sagacity. Also, eventually I'll be getting myself a Hall Effect controller. But it's gonna be like a while before I get a Hall Effect controller, fortunately, because I got other things I need to buy before then, so... Oh, hey, buddy. Yeah, hi there, indeed. Target neutralized. Alright, now that genuinely gone, we can now proceed on with the, you know, the whole thing, the whole bazan, the whole pizzazz, the whole sadad. Let me check my request. Let me just get all this stuff out of the way. Alright. Alright, what? Okay, there's 1,000, 100 million things that you need to have to through. However, here's what I'm also curious to see. Okay, I got everything I needed, so I'm gonna really grab are some of the treasures coming up in the game that I wasn't gonna grab in previous chapters because you don't get the key until like later on. And some extra stuff if there is any extra stuff to grab, and then that's pretty much it, really, guys. Did I go in here yet? I'm not going to. Yeah, I did. Alright. Shut up. Shut up. Hola, ¿cómo estás, amigos? Drop anything for me? Yes, you do. Also, I have the still have the golden case, which means it drops the amount of peseta drop is increased. So yeah. Sorry, man, but it damn sure is. Get used to it. Genuinely. Get used to it. Come on. Yeah, sorry, pal. That's not happening.
Spread out.
Hang on.
All right, you did. I know he did. Do it, dumbass.
You're serious.
Let me check my map, actually. Let me... Huh. Somehow I missed the treasure back here. I want to check out what the treasure is. Gangy, I don't remember asking you to get up. Alright, you know what? Sure, pal. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Like... Oh, yeah. I forgot you don't get that. Gonna genuinely wait until it gets over here. Boom. Pearl pendant. Okay, did I get every treasure I could get? There is treasure I didn't get over here. What that? Oh, the locked drawer. Wait, did I already get this thing? What the? Oh, Lord have mercy. Alright, we're about to backtrack, ladies and fellasmen. Genuinely. Luckily, this is not like a bad, backtrack type of shit thing, because we could low-key just kind of go back for real. It's kind of like a nuisance, genuinely. Genuinely. We're gonna take a shortcut down this path, though, because if I'm correct, though, there should be a well, not on this side, but on that side. However, I need to watch out for the bear trap? No, I don't, because the bear trap is gone. We're gonna combine these escalated bad boys together. And then we're gonna need, either I'm gonna buy that yellow herb, or we're gonna need a yellow herb. Either or work for me. I genuinely could care less. Let's get this guy. I might need to freaking replenish my body armor. And yeah, we're good to go, gamey. Wait, your pizza.
Come on.
Ma'am, get up. Damn, genuinely, bro. Like, piss me the freaking guy off. I got that bad boy.
So that's a request done and dusted, eh?
Yeah. Get herself. Move faster, girl. I ain't gonna wait for you, bro. Like, dang. Piss me the freaking guy off. Genuinely. Anyways, I think I killed most of the people here, so I don't really like that right now. But yeah, so let me know how y'all feeling about Resident Evil Requiem, and what are your thoughts, what are your hopes, what are your fears/concerns, and what do you think this means for the franchise going forward? Because it's clear that this game is about to change the franchise for coming future, and it's going to be pretty big change if I do say so myself. So I am genuinely curious to see what y'all think of that, and we can't go back there. Huh. That is intriguing. We can't go back to that specific area. I genuinely wonder why and how. I genuinely don't know, but something damn sure happened, huh? And we can't freaking go back, which is unfortunate. So I kind of wasted my entire time. Well, it is what it is, gang. Sometimes I mistake and miss certain things that I genuinely should have been able to grab and be prior knowledge and stuff like that. It happens, gangy. But it's also why I explain why I just have like a random ass freaking small key still, because I haven't used that on that drawer. That's weird though, because when I was playing this earlier, like a few hours earlier, like I literally got that drawer in chapter 3 because I got the small key. But I guess they replenish it when you get to chapter 4 and onwards, so yeah. No, I'll talk to you when I'm over at the freaking place I need to be. Talk to you. I won't talk to you here. Honestly, I'm generally trying to think that the shortcut should have been when I went through that house instead of like doing all that crazy backtrack, whatever the heck. But it's whatever. It's whatever. In the meantime, let me check if there's any other treasure I didn't get. Alright, the rest of the treasure are gonna be up ahead. Huh. I guess I forgot another treasure back there. Huh, that's weird. I'd be forgetting a heck of a lot of treasures. But to be fair, I didn't really do the whole village treasure map thing. I didn't buy that when I had the chance. Sorry, I had to freaking put my microphone back because I was scratching my ear. But yeah, I didn't really do that. So that'd be part of the reason why I need to get all the treasure. But it's okay. Guys, I'm gonna get the rest, so it doesn't really matter too much. In the meantime, I also got 8% running speed added, so that's why I'm moving a little faster than normal. Because let's be real, gang, who wants to run at the normal speed in this game? It's a slog.
Your valuables won't do you much good, friend. Thank you.
Alright, I didn't think I got everything I need, so I'm gonna just replenish that bad boy.
It deserves, mate.
And I'm trying to get up to like 4 million peseta, low key.
We like our herbs, we do.
Yeah.
Kill a man, they do it. Might want to take care
They
of
do it all. How about you shut the fuck?
leftover.
Let me check my message real quick. Sorry, guys. Apologies.
Going this way. Shame to live the rest of your life. What if?
Yeah, probably. Alright. No, there's no chance to freaking get out of here.
You.
Hey, listen, about earlier.
Yeah, about that.
Hey, I see you found your missing senorita.
Senorita has a name and it's Ashley. You are?
Name's Luis. Encantado.
Great. We all have names.
Yeah.
Now then. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
It's crazy. This guy worked for Umbrella and was also, and at least in the remake time, was the one who created Nemesis. That's looking interesting more.
In that case, here, help me.
Ashley, quick! Over here. Go.
Okay. It's game time.
Genuinely.
Leon, this one's on me.
I don't really need it, but I'm gonna just grab it just for hospitality's sake.
Let's not forget. This world is made up of monsters. You stretched.
Yeah.
Yeah, now just shut up.
Be good to go.
Good to go, like you said. I like roleplay sometimes, or like, you know, reciting the whole padam with the dynamic between the characters. It's nice, low-key, chill. I'm gonna save up my gunpowder. That's why I have like a heck of a lot of gunpowder, and I'm not using the resources. I'm trying to save up my low-key. Just since I already have like unlimited ammo, so like I don't really need any. You know? You feel me, cuz? All right.
Give me a hand. You got this.
I can't even pay attention. What is happening, gang? All right. All right.
Sorry.
All right. We got that out the way. This is gonna be fun. Suplex. We're gonna not allow that to occur. We're gonna just pull your head. Get back. Get a grenade. Put this out. Bring this back to the blow out. No, okay. You know what? Sure, pal. Get off my ass. Alright, you dodged it. That's what you get for dodging. This is just another head tip. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, no.
All right, this one's good.
Okay. We're just gonna... Freaking guy? No, I'm just gonna skip back because I don't want to confused about that. Alright, well, he did. We're gonna skip you.
I've been waiting, hero boy.
Been here since before you, buddy. Yeah, no. Sorry, come back another time.
I got this. Let's see you climb this.
Alright, buddy. Off my freaking sight. Nah. Alright. We're going to spear on this display, bad boy. Grab that. Alright. That was easy. Better than my other runs, especially if y'all seen how I went through this my first time playing Resident Evil 4 Remake back in 2023 on my YouTube channel. It was rough. Very rough, to say the least. Titties. Yep. Adios.
Ashley,
What's happening to me?
Yeah, we can definitely see the blood.
Is this the first time you've coughed on blood like this?
you want to start explaining?
The cough, the blood, is caused by something called plaga. Okay. You saw those people, right? But you have the same thing inside you. The same thing that made them like that. This, what you're experiencing, these symptoms, they're only the beginning.
I don't want to become like them.
You are, well, lucky. You see, at this early stage, the parasite, the plaga, it is possible to remove it with the surgical procedure. And all you need is some know-how. And oh yeah, the right equipment.
Wait, you two?
No worries. See, I have a plan. But you're going to have to trust me. Great, we're partners then.
Hey, why are you...
No time for any questions. The clock is ticking.
Why are you helping us?
Because it makes me feel better. Let's leave it at that. We'll contact you later.
Okay. Apologies if you hear any background excessive noises. It's my 3-year-old brother, as usual, per usual. I do love the hair strands on these guys. They look a little bit better than the original design of the hair, or the original friction of the hair, if you don't put hair strands on.
Fortunately, it's not
Makes it look a
done.
bit more realistic on them.
And you really should be telling me what a good job I did. Busted my ass and managed to hide it right before I got caught. Which is why I'm still alive.
The deal was, we get you out of here when you deliver the amber. No amber, no protection, Luis.
Such a stickler for details, huh, Ada? Okay, then. I'll go get it now. How about that? And I do have something else I need to get, too.
This is Roost. I've got some bad news, Condor One. With the weather like this, the chopper can't make its approach. Can you stand by until it clears?
Negative. Too dangerous. We're gonna get out of here and find someplace safe.
I'm sorry. I wish I could do more to help.
Don't worry about it. We'll swim home if we have to.
Genuinely.
Condor One, out. Let's go.
What's gonna happen to me?
Right now. Let's just focus on getting out of here.
Yeah, right.
I'm so glad Capcom added the whole added 8% run charm, because again, if y'all played it without it, y'all know how much slower like Leon runs and just a slog it is to just get around enemies and just get traverse in general.
New items in stock.
Excuse me.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Yeah, gang, it's just rough
It's all rubbish. It makes no difference.
with Leon.
Price, well, that's
Our choice to make.
A deal well struck. Will that be all then?
These are all the
That
guns
cash
I
in your
can
pocket or your life?
repurpose. I'm thinking, and the reason why I'm over here is because I have a friend that's down to play Resident Evil soon, and I'm gonna like have to set it up for her and stuff like that, just so like she is prepared for the upcoming horrors this game brings you, buddy. It's just this game really has you, tackle all your phobias all at once, and genuinely has you just reevaluate your life choices, and also just has you just, genuinely trying to, be brave. And again, it just kind of like a reality breaker. You know what I'm saying?
Guess we're doing this.
Resident Evil really like. Well, for other people, it might not be traumatizing, but there are people who are traumatized from Resident Evil, and fair enough. I mean, I know I was one of them for a minute. You feel me? And for a good reason. I mean, this game brings a lot out of you. But sometimes in a good thing, right? Because, it really shows you how brave you can be in these kind of situations, no matter how scared you are. So, I don't know, teach you a little bit about life in a lot of ways. Oh, I thought she was right there. Where'd she go? Alright, gang. That's where we stop a cap. Also, you too, buddy. I missed. I missed again. I missed one more time. I missed one last time. Can I stop missing? I'm hitting her? Question mark? Thank you. Like, was it the freaking that little what part that was blocking the way? Because I just want to hurt her a couple of those times. Well, at least one or twice of those times, right? But genuinely might have just been my imagination. Ooh, almost effed me up.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Alright, okay. Ooh, almost got me there, Gengi. Hee. Alrighty then. Ah, got you, gang. Alright, let's go.
I'm definitely gonna catch a cold.
Oh, perhaps.
Okay, you good.
Okay.
Out of the way!
Yeah, that's not happening, pal. Yeah, indeed. Let me set this up already, just so I didn't forget.
Sure is quiet. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Spread out.
Okay.
Sorry, must have slipped.
Genuinely. Don't ever come up to me like that again, you disgusting piece of garbage.
Wait here.
What?
Alright then. 1, 2, 3. Turn around. Uno, dos, tres. Alright. Here goes the infamous unnecessary backflip, man. The scene where we just started the meme, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Funny too, because this guy actually does a lot. When you remake Leon does a lot more backflips than original Leon does. It's actually kind of funny to think about. Yeah, guys, hope you don't mind.
Stay down. Alright.
Please. So I can actually have a good time beating all these people up. Alright, pal. When did they say you could just come over here like that? Ah, block that. Hee. No. No. Hey, buddy.
No, I'm okay. I guess.
You did well back there. Seems this isn't your first time running from creeps.
I can't tell if that's meant to be a compliment.
A little bit.
All right, come on.
Okay.
Ooh. Like, what do you think that's gonna do, gang? Oh my god, this freaking retard.
Soul requires
Cleansing.
Come, child. Ashley, run!
Yeah, well, you don't gotta tell me twice.
Don't worry about them. Look away.
Do not interfere.
Yeah, good job, doofus.
This way. You okay?
I'm stuck.
You need to go. You're kidding me.
I'm good.
Then run. Close one.
Yeah, close one indeed.
Listen, you're the one he wants. If we see him again, you run.
What about you?
I'll do my job.
Aura right there, brother. Oh, freaking raw.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll buy all. Not bad. Anything else I can help you with? That's come back anytime.
Okay.
Be careful.
And am I not? Alright. Alright.
Cease pointless struggle.
Are those like guts and blood in the background? Like,
To the will of our God.
You're a shitty missionary. You know that.
Oh, Almighty, grant me the strength to crush your enemies.
Son of a bitch. Ashley, run!
Hasta luego.
God, thank you for your gift.
I won't even need my rocket launcher for this bad boy.
Let's get ugly. Should have known you were one of
To think you could be this foolish. You are pathetic.
Yeah. Good job, doofus. Alrighty then, buddy.
We share the same blood. Why do you resist?
Don't worry about it. Just focus on my unnecessary backflips. And you'll get your answer. Nah. Hee hee. Alright, let me combine these bad boys.
Guess your tap dancing days are over.
Really? That is genuinely not what I wanted to do. Alright, buddy. I guess, bro.
Running out of options, huh?
Yeah, you're cooked. I'm good, yeah. I already saw. Some of them some of the customs I will skip. I'm just kind of not feeling like watching them. Genuinely.
This fire's bound to catch their attention. Let's keep moving.
Leon, I'm not gonna turn into one of them, right?
I won't let that happen. I promise.
Yep. I can guarantee you that much. Now I made it to the castle.
What's going on?
Well, at least we don't have to worry about being followed. Come on.
Hola, Luis here. You guys still around?
Well, I wanted to go home, but Ashley just had to see this castle first.
Perfect, because I have a present I want to give you. Medicine that will help to suppress the progress of your problem.
Where do we go?
Let's see. Come to the courtyard inside of the castle. We can meet up there. Ciao.
Alright.
All right, Ashley. Luis just said.
I got it. Guess we better get going.
Yeah. Bit of top.
Got some new wares, stranger. You're in for a treat.
Yeah, regionally no. Fortunately, I already got them all, so I don't need any.
Rare things on sale, stranger. Thank you.
That's much is known. What's good? Whoever popped into the stream, what's happening?
Heal a man, kill a man. They do it all.
Sure, it's only 3. I will go get more back anyways. Alright, let's mix that there, and we should be Gucci. And then let's sell.
Well then, what can I do you for?
Let's go to the bad boy.
Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave.
Let's sell that.
A deal. Don't get yourself
Alright.
killed now.
I'm gonna save my game too, just cause.
Courtyard's got to be through that gate. Don't think our hosts are gonna roll out the red carpet.
Nah, neither do I, Leon. Neither do I.
Huh? Something tells me they don't want to be friends. What is that? Guessing it's not for decoration. Things just keep getting better.
Yeah.
What are they?
Keep your voice down.
Please. The freak you thought this was, brother? What's happening again? Whoever popped in, what's happening? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. No more asking for your opinion. Alright. We should be good to go now. Alright, I guess, bro.
I guess this is their idea of a warm welcome.
Yeah, I don't remember asking for that opinion. Well, hold on. Someone coming back here. Hey, buddy. No. What? And I hit it? Alright, bro. One, broski, Ruski, Richard. There we go.
Awesome.
What the freaking guy? Nandako? Alright, sure, pal.
Stick close.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Screw you. Let's equip that. Let's strike that. If I can strike it, thank you.
Yeah, no sweat.
Actually, stop lying, Leo. You're not okay. That was a big old sweat. Oh yeah, this one over there, and then there's the one on that. Oh, hey, can I? I think I could try. Let's try some mental gymnastics. When I'm done, take care of this guy. Alright. Now let's try the mental gymnastics. Like this. Alright.
You got it.
Yeah. I know. I'm awesome. I'm the best. I don't remember asking for seeing that. I already know what's up there. Break that bad boy. Alright, we're gonna break that. Grab that. Grab all these for the bad boys. Open that bad boy up. We're gonna combine 2 blue ones because those are the ones I have the most of. Well, they're the second ones I have the most of. Open that bad boy door. Where's you at? Where's you at, cuz? I know you're here somewhere. Where's he at? Huh. Could say take a cheese there. Oh, wait, maybe it was the guy that I just killed that was there. Well, okay, bro. Like, what do you think this is, Gangy? Yeah, all that blood spout is gonna be a heck of a lot more when the Reqiuem comes out. That's for sure, That's for sure, cuz. Please come by. Please do come by. Yes.
All right. That went well.
A little warning next time.
Nah, I think you're Gucci. Alright. Gonna meet the man, the myth, the legend himself, Gangy.
Look at this thing. I mean, it's old, but...
Yeah.
Well done deserves payment in kind. Well then.
And ultimately, I got way more than I initially had before. I'm still gonna like save it up though this time, because there's like a crap ton of other
Gun rhymes with fun for a reason.
Shut up, gang. Anyways, as I was generally saying, there's like more requests I'm gonna be able to have in the castle.
Such a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance, Mr. Kennedy.
Who the hell are you?
Me? Oh, please, call me Ramon, and allow me to get straight to the point. I would like you to hand the girl there over to me. Now.
Yeah, fat chance, Ramon. The girl's just fine. With me.
You know, would have been awesome. Would have been an awesome like nod to the original joke that Leon said when he first met Salazar in the original. If the remake Leon has said, "Yeah, no thanks, bro," that would have been an immediate callback. I wish they said that. I wish they actually incorporated the way they did, bro. That would have been awesome.
Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Kennedy. How novel. Nonetheless, you see, the girl must be ours. But the girl has the very source, your United States, and then the entire world shall overflow with his grace. For that is the iron will of my master, the most holy. Lord Sattler. So then, you will comply. Yes?
Never!
You heard the lady.
How unfortunate. Do make sure our guest feels at home, now that he has chosen death.
Hooba doober.
Leon?
Just stay close.
Alright. Let's get down to business.
Hang on.
What do you think this is, buddy? No. No. Well, don't get mad at me because I stopped you from doing what you gotta do. The freaking guy? Get the frick on my flight. Frick you think this is, brother?
You heard?
I'm good. Thanks.
Come on.
Hey.
I'm counting on you.
As I usually am. Team count.
It's open.
Ooh, I am
Thanks.
ultimately hoping that, well, no, because they do have their parents in the back. Honestly, I'm kind of curious to see how that whole action style with Leon and Reqiuem is going to be. Because what we saw, they're definitely taking some liberties from RE4 Remake and from RE6, but revamping them and making them less like you're doing a Tekken move and more like, you know, you're actually just going back to the original roots of RE5 and RE4, where it's how I did Melee, clearly. But it seems to be a little more advanced too, because it's like you could do it multiple times and just like, you know, having them kind of like, you know,
Looks like we can continue
in like a stun state. Similar to how the remake does it a little bit, because the remake kind of has that too in some instances where you can like do a melee and then they're kind of stunned, especially if they're on like some sort of surface or anything like that, and then you can just kind of like follow with like a knife attack or even another melee attack if possible. So yeah, I don't know. It looks like there's a lot that could be done with the melee system for Leon. I'm also curious to see how that whole Raccoon City section is gonna play, because if y'all saw the full trailer, yeah, we are going back to. I mean, we all know this. We're all going back to RC clearly, but I'm curious to see how that is gonna play into effect, genuinely. So that's gonna be something nice to see. And I know some people don't like the new remake timeout or lore where like not all Raccoon City was taken out like it was in the original, but I low-key think it's probably the best in terms of, you know, story. Mainly for some of the characters, especially those who have trauma from Resident Evil 2 that are yeah, and from RC that are still holding on to the past. Like, I think it's a perfect, like, sort of full circle moment for everyone, you know, to go back to that fateful day, because it's such an important, particular, you know, event that, you know, set everything into motion pretty much, right? So, I don't know. That's kind of my bad. Sorry if I was silent. I was just trying to focus. But yeah, that's kind of low-key how I look at that. Because I know people were... Well, I know I saw comments and like a sort of, some like, you know, videos online and forums where people just didn't like the original or the new remake take. And I don't understand. There are things I enjoy for the original timeline that I don't really appreciate in the remake. But overall... Like I said, that this is the new lore and the new coming of age with the Resident Evil franchise, and we also got to realize too that there are some benefits to some of the changes in the remake lore and timeline that were not in the original, such as Raccoon City not being entirely destroyed. Because to be real, who doesn't want to explore a sterilized post-nuclear missile, post 1998 RE2 Raccoon City. Who doesn't want to explore that? That would be low-key fire to explore if we are gonna be able to explore low-key. And I also think, again, that is an important, thing to maintain, because seeing that it's going to be important to the characters and the story overall when it comes to, just full circleness and the title, Requiem. Just trying to get rid of their past and, close the door, the shelf, the book finally on this event that's traumatized so many survivors for years. Like,
no, you can't keep him.
Our boy Hugh Leon with the quips and shit.
Too bad.
So, but what do y'all think? Like, if y'all want to tap in the live chat or anything after the math of the live stream, what do y'all think of the new remake timeline and lore? And what do y'all think about the whole Raccoon City not being destroyed fully as it was in the original? Because I look at kind of like that change, and I'm curious to see how that's going to really incorporate to Leon's character. Because again, we are going back to Raccoon City. Like, we all should. I feel like a lot of people know this from just the announcement trailer alone. Right, we're going back to Raccoon City. I've also heard that there's talk of them probably adding another major character into Resident Evil 9 aside from Grace and Leon, which that'll be a pretty big thing if they do that, because there are a lot of characters to choose from. If any of y'all have not seen the 4th trailer, I won't spoil who is coming back, though they're going to be a playable character, but there is someone who has returned. But they're not going to be like playing an active role. But it is definitely a right step. But I am curious to see, will there be other people that will be returning in Resident Evil Requiem besides just Leon and the other character that has been confirmed to return if you saw the 4th trailer? Because that look could be pretty big and it'll be like a while, especially since there's a lot of characters they can take from. We already had Chris, so we don't really need him for another game or maybe even 2 games. But I would like to see either Claire come back if this is true, that they're going to be probably adding new characters, or repurposing old characters into Requiem aside from Leon and Grace, and another character that has been confirmed to return. But then again, they're not going to be playing an active role in the story per se. They're going to be more like the guy in the chair. I am thinking if it's gonna be probably, if it is true that they might bring back Claire, Jill, Carlos might make a return. Who knows? They could probably do some of the Outbreak characters, as already confirmed that are pretty much part of the lore. Because Alyssa Ashcroft is literally like in the game, and she quite literally is the ties to everything. So that means I believe her name was Cho or Mo. Cho is gonna probably. She has a most likely to make a return considering her ties from Umbrella. Kevin might make a return, since in that lore, Kevin and Leon has actually met and know each other personally. So who knows? It might be something you need to touch upon, especially since both Kevin and Leon were going to the same profession. So it might be something unique and nice to see. What might occur with all that. I'm also curious on if Jill. Well, I think I already said Jill, but who else might make a return? Oh yeah, maybe even some new characters that were like one-offs from like, let's say RE6. Like,
Leon, are you kidding me?
It's possible Jake Mueller might make a return.
Seriously, who does that?
Because I know people have been waiting for Jake to come back ever since RE6. Especially if you saw that post-credit scene, especially on my live stream. It seemed that he was definitely going around the world doing whatever he can to rewrite his father's mistake and, fight bioterrorism, and looks like he's turning his life around. So I'm scared to see where he's going to go next, what's the next adventure may take him. I know a lot of people have been curious to see what that's going to do. So I'm curious to see if Jake might even make a return. Although it will be a little weird considering that he has no real ties to Raccoon City. Let's be realistic here, guys. The son of Albert Wesker will never not be important ever in the Resident Evil franchise. It will never not. Albert Wesker is the most, important, crucial element, character, literal being in the entire Resident Evil franchise. He is one of the catalysts, the ties behind everything. He is an imperative element in the Resident Evil franchise. You cannot talk about Resident Evil without even at least mentioning Albert Wesker. So having the son of Wesker be in existence is important. He like that would never not be important because it is the son of Albert Wesker. So yeah. I also plan on playing Resident Evil Code Veronica soon. Probably gonna play the stream version before I actually be able to purchase it. The reason why I won't be purchasing it anytime soon, though, I'll probably be playing through streaming ways because I really want to get Resident Requiem. Hopefully, yeah. I also forgot to mention I might not be able to play Resident Evil Requiem on Friday. Maybe I would. It's kind of like a coin cost 50-50. I'm praying I'm able to get it sometime, next week before Friday, or maybe even on the day it comes out. That'll be pretty fire. Because I do want to kind of live stream that thing day one. Because let's be real, guys, it's gonna be hype when Resident Evil Requiem comes out. But if not, it will be unfortunate. I'll probably just play it off camera because by that time I'll probably get it or the hype will be probably much down. It'll just be kind of like well, why bother? So yeah, but here's hoping I am able to get it before the launch date or even at the very least on the launch date it comes up, maybe even a day or two after, because at least then the hype is still kind of ongoing. People are still playing the game, but it depends. It genuinely depends how it goes. Anyways, yeah, no. When did I say you can do that? That's right, never. Alright. Yeah, continue shooting. See what happens. That's what happens. But yeah, so what do y'all low-key are hoping to see for Resident Evil Requiem? And what are some of your concerns and fears of Resident Evil Requiem? Because I know I got a couple of my own personally. And I also want to know what are some of y'all fan theories too, because we all know the elephant in the room that is talk of Leon Scott Kennedy dying in Resident Evil Requiem. I don't see it happening personally, but I'm also not gonna be like it's not gonna happen because it's possible it can happen, right? I mean, when have I ever been right about anything? Let's be real here. But if it does happen, that'll be pretty huge for Resident Evil. Showing that we're kind of at this point now in the lore and narrative where these enemies are way more powerful now than not even the old has been at the game for over 30 years. Or almost 30 years rather, can't handle it themselves. That's going to be pretty big. And it also kind of shows the ties, right? The change in the generation, the change in, characters, that the time of the old schools are done and we're now kind of reaching a new Renaissance era, if you will, call it that. If they do that. However, I also think there's also reasons to believe that he won't die. Some come to, they kind of turn to more monetarily and more realistic, IRL side of things rather than the lore. But some of it could also be in the lore too. I think the ultimate thing too is, well, look at it this way too, guys. Killing off a character after not seeing him since 2012 and in the lore 2013 is a little iffy, especially when you're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the games. I don't think people want to celebrate it with one of the many lead characters that kind of really took the series off for real, dying. That's like the worst thing you could low-key do, I feel, gang. Just kind of killing off a legacy character that, let's be real, not only brought the series back to new light again, outside of Resident Evil 7 reviving the series, but it's also the character who spawned in the debut game that popularized, that really took the medium, off, right? Because a lot of people don't understand, Leon Scott Kennedy was one of the major reasons as to why Resident Evil is even to where it is today. And sure, there are other reasons aside from Leon Scott Kennedy, especially if you play the original. I mean, come on, the second game wouldn't exist without the success of the original one, obviously. However, it was Resident Evil 2 and, of course, Leon Kennedy that, well, obviously Claire. I can't, it's both Leon Kennedy and Claire, but Leon Kennedy, Claire, and Resident Evil 2 that truly, set the foundation that truly skyrocketed the medium to 4. Think of it like when Sonic finally came into 3D. Sonic Adventure 1 was kind of the blueprint, right? It walks that way Sonic Adventure 2 can run, and it was also kind of the S-related the type of game where pretty much what am I trying to say? It was kind of the game that if it set the foundation for how to develop 3D Sonic games going forward. Sonic Adventure 2 was kind of the game that revolutionized it, that popularized it, that kind of set in stone and ran with the whole base formula of how to develop Sonic games going forward. That's kind of how I saw Resident Evil 1 to Resident Evil 2, and with Leon, Scott Kennedy, Claire, Redfield, and, you know, just the characters in general, right? These characters are not only just fan favorites and cult classics, but, again, these are the same characters that, you know, were not only way more successful. Well, the game Resident Evil 2 in general is way more successful than Resident Evil 2. I mean Resident Evil 1, my bad, and you know, kind of again skyrocketed the medium to new heights. But it was the game that popularized and like let the series start running fully on once Resident Evil 2 came out. Similar to how Sonic Adventure 2 was the game that ran on and like, you know, standardized how 3D Sonic games should be developed going forward as a base foundation. And again, if you want to take it further, Resident Evil is in the best possible spot it's ever been in its 30-year life run, with new fans introduced to the series, me included, and, you know, old fans returning to the series ever since, let's say, Resident Evil 6, per se, right? Because, again, of how popular the remakes have become, and guess what? What remake not only revived the series again, but also set the foundation, not set the foundation, but rebranded the entire Resident Evil franchise and brought it back to new heights than before. Resident Evil 2 Remake, and at the helm was Leon Scott Kennedy, a character that most people recognize immediately, secondary Claire, and third will be Jill and Chris. And on top of that, right, people for the most part recognize Leon a lot more. He's like the top one favorable and most memorable and popular character in Resident Evil franchise because of Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 2, and just the amount of times he's been in the series. A lot of the time when there's any real major lore plot relevance happening in the game, gang, Leon is at the helm, if not the major contributor. That's just a fact. So, low-key gang, if I'm being frankly for real, Leon is important. Leon is important. So, I honestly don't think killing off a legacy character like Leon for the 30th anniversary of a long-running franchise, especially a franchise as big as Resident Evil, will be per se the right choice, gangy. Especially considering, again, last time we saw Leon was in Resident Evil 6. I don't think people will be too pleased with Leon dying after we last saw him in Resident Evil 6. And if you know and if you want to go by the freaking movies timeline as well, since the CGI movies are canon to the game, then Resident Evil Death Island was the last time we really saw any of the characters together, and of course Leon. And I don't think people will really like that, especially since if Leon does die in Resident Evil, I won't spoil too much, but it kind of means he won't be the only legacy character dying. I won't say too much, but that's all I can really say. If y'all haven't seen the full trailer, and I don't want to spoil anything if y'all haven't seen the full trailer, because I know a couple people haven't seen it, and I don't know if y'all seen it, so I don't want to really spoil anything like that per se, because it does reveal a lot of great plot and lore relevance to the game that I will look and want you guys to explore in the game, me included. But let's just say if he does die, that means some other more legacy characters that survived Raccoon City are going to be dying too, shortly after.
Okay, get back.
I want to say how, why, or why I say this, but just know that it is happening, Gangy. It is happening, Gangy. Once if I could blow his head off. No? No? No, Gangy?
Yeah,
alright.
I'm fine.
Come on.
Yeah. But in the meantime, Resident Evil 4 Remake. Love this game. I say it's a really great faithful and lives up pretty well to the original. It's a really great faithful remake done by people who love the original, love Resident Evil, and done their homework on the original to make this remake as faithful and as peak cinema as possible. Obviously, the most faithful remake will always be the original Resident Evil 1 remake. They came out in 2002 for the GameCube. But Resident Evil 4 Remake got to be the secondary, second most faithful one, at least in my opinion. I still haven't yet to play Resident Evil 2 Remake, but I do know they cut some things out from the original into the remake. I'll write from the remake from the original, or in the remake from the original, my bad. But I genuinely do think that like Resident Evil 4 Remake is probably one of the secondary most faithful remake to the original, personally. Plus, I do enjoy the reimaginings of the games. Well, not really the games, but like of the levels and the designs and the world and the environment of from the original. Especially since some of the original environments were generally kind of just like, I guess, like okay moments, literally.
Instead of worrying about her, worry about your own skin. Foolish little lamb.
Ring, ding, ding, ding.
Temperance, child.
Wait!
Shit.
Yeah.
Roos, come in. Things went to shit.
Indeed.
Took refuge inside a castle, but I've just been separated from Baby Eagle.
Nah, genuinely, where's everyone going, guys?
Do you read me?
That's got to be the most iconic, synonymous line of Leon Scott Kennedy, if I've ever heard it.
Damn it.
The whole bingo line is just so iconic, bro. Like, whether you play the original in 2005 or you just play the original in general that came out in 2005, or you play the remake, that is just a common, like, iconic line people can recognize from Resident Evil when it comes to Leon Scott Kennedy. Where's everybody going? Bingo? Line 5, man. Line's peak cinema.
Welcome. Got some rare.
And yeah, I having a little bit of a rough time, but not too much.
That's the wait.
I'm gonna be buying some of these guns later on, mainly for my friend, because again, like I said from earlier in the stream, ultimately I'm doing a lot of these. I have a lot of these stuff here, mainly for my friend, but you know. Yeah, sadly you're a small time. That's a great line there too. A lot of amazing lines from Leon Scott Kennedy, whether in the remake or in the original. I will say though, I personally think Leon clips a lot more in the remake than he does in the original, but that's more due to the fact that the remake is much more modern and has a lot more modern technology than the original did. That because you know this is 2023, the original came out in 2005, and not a lot of games were even really to push that technology to where you know characters would talk in real time during gameplay. Like that was rare to happen in 2005. The most you got was certain sections where they might say a line or two, but nothing major. Like the most I could say with like cinematic lines that were saying during gameplay would be like, for example, God of War 1. Like there are lines that Kratos will say during gameplay, but not like on casual on the go. It will be like in certain sections, right? And even then, they're all like very simple, not really anything plot revealing or anything like natural in terms of conversation. They were only there just to like kind of like you know add some you know narrative and lore to the world, while also trying to like you know act as like a bridge to know where you need to go in general. Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely, yeah, I love that stuff. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry. I'm also reading off the chat, but because PlayStation sucks, the chat sometimes doesn't show the full thing, so I'm gonna need to go to my live chat on my phone just to see the full comment. Yeah, the no thanks, bro, is also a given there too. I low key like I remember I said it earlier in the stream, but I literally wish like the moment in the remake at least, in the moment where like Leon and Ashley meet Salazar for the first time in the remake. I remember there's a moment where they could have delivered the no thanks bro line perfectly into that into the dialogue that would have not only been a huge nod to the original, but just would have just acted as like a little comedic, one liner quippy cheesy side of Resident Evil 4 that people of the original would have loved a lot, and I also would have loved. It was after I remember it was after when Salazar pretty much asked if Leon could hand Ashley over to Salazar, and so it was like, and my bad, Leon replies was saying like no thanks because the girl was fine with me. Low key, he should have just said no thanks, bro. The girl's just fine with me. That would have been such a great line to, put in there, especially for like a huge nostalgic, reference slash nod to the original that would have just fit perfectly in the remake. Personally, like I think that was kind of a missed opportunity for Capcom to add that. Oh yeah, no, I have never tried the original on Wii. But yeah, no, I definitely love both the remake and the original. I look at that they're both equally great. There are things you can't compare. Like I will say, I do enjoy Leon's character in the original more than I do in the remake because he's a lot more quippy, cheesy. He kind of acts like the typical titular action agent, special agent hero that was very common during those times, especially in the 80s and 90s with characters like James Bond, and all those kind of characters, right? Like he kind of acts like enjoyed that a lot, make one-liner jokes all the time, which definitely acts as like a nice juxtaposition to the whole horror thing that was going on in Resident Evil 4. But I do appreciate the more realistic approach with Leon, where he's just more like a soldier and kind of just uses the quips to like you cope. Especially since he's much more tied to his trauma from Resident Evil 2 than he was in the original, which I do appreciate a lot more.
Would you?
Well, after 6
Oh no, definitely. There are a lot of quippy one-liner cheesiness that both remake Leon and OG Leon do that are not only funny but just kind of like, are we serious, my nigga? So it's kind of like, yeah, no, like I feel you on there. I feel you there.
Try using knives next
But
time.
again, I think due to the technology, and just like the overall advancements that gaming has made in general and that we made in real life, but also gaming has taken in general in the modern era, Remake Leon has a lot more to say during gameplay and cutscene because of the technology than in contrast to the original Leon, where most of his, that looks off. That looks off. But contrasted to original Leon, where he usually says a lot of his one-liner quips in cutscenes, and maybe if you were to like inspect some of the environments, he might say a couple, maybe one or two quippy one-liners there too. But other than that, there was less quips from Leon in the original in comparison to the remake because of the technology. But they're a lot more memorable though, regardless. But some of remake Leon's quips seem to also be a lot more popularized and memorable too, because they're all really funny and really like clever too. Like after like one of my favorite ones is when you go back to after when you first find the what's that guy called? I forgot what the frick they're called, but it's the blind guys with the freaking long Wolverine like claws. Once you kill the first one, when you first encounter them, and if you bring Ashley back to that area where you kill them, and Ashley just asks, "Is this the pet?" He be like, "Sorry, you can't keep it." That is a very clever one-line quip that he does there that I low-key think they should popularize a lot more. Another one is when Leon is thrown into the little sewer section, the water sewer, right before you fight the Verdugo, but ultimately you have to fight the Novicidors in like that sewer section too. after the Verdugo throws you in the well, where he finds that one Ganado, like kind of like religious Ganado, just kind of like impaled. And he's just like talking about sticking the landing. That also should have been like a really popular quip there. That was pretty clever there too. Let me read what you said here. Ion Nuts. I finished RE4 Remake PS2 version like 2 years ago on mod PS2. Nice, nice. How was it for you, low key? I want to know. Let's do 2 color bonus. Yes, sir. All right. And then there's one more I'm missing. There's one more missing. I don't know where the frick is at though. Oh, there you are. Wow, wow. Yeah. Freaking retard. Holy crap. All right. No, this was good. This one needs to go here. This goes here. This goes. What are we doing? All right. There we go. And there's one thing I do enjoy a little more in the remake than I do in the original is the atmosphere. I do think that, and it's not like it's a problem or anything, it's just kind of like a point of notice. The original, while it did have some very horror-inducing moments, especially the creepy, eerie vibes of the music, even when you first encounter the Novisadors in there, I do think that, like, overall, the whole vibe of Resident Evil 4 in the original was a lot more action and a lot more cheesiness and less horror. Not to say they didn't have a great balance of horror in general. No, it had an immaculate balance of horror and action, personally. But I do think that the original Resident Evil 4 was much like at least to me, I didn't feel all that scared playing the game. Now, a part of it could be also because I played Remake, but I also think that, like, in general, like, after you get used to some of the horror-inducing factors, especially some of the creepy enemies you find, like the Novisadors, for example, stuff like that, it kind of just like I guess, bro, kind of thing. Like, it's not entirely spooky. Not to say it doesn't have any creepy horror, like terror or horror moments in there, but overall, you don't really feel too scared playing Resident Evil 4, the original. The atmosphere and tone of the remake makes the whole vibe much more horror-inducing, much more scary looking, and like these are actual threats to be taken serious rather than just kind of one-offs, which I do appreciate the remake doing more than it did in the original. But I also don't fault the original, and I do think the original has its own little charm with the cheesiness, especially since, to be fair, when Shinji Mikami was writing the story for the original Resident Evil 4 back in 2005, or rather 2004 to 2005, right? He only had 3 weeks to write the story, and listen, the story is amazing, and it is a very entertaining story in the original. Like that, he has to be on some top tier level of writing in order for you to actually craft something that amazing. Like Shinji Mikami, you are just peak cinema for that, because that is not an easy task. A lot of writers struggle to even write a great story in like a few years. So be able to do that in a couple of weeks, and it's just entertaining and pretty decent sized story all around. That is an amazing feat. But yeah, man, my bad for not reading your comment earlier. I know I'm reading right now. Let me see. Was great love. Okay. Love every second remake I finished like 2 weeks ago. Maybe plus separate ways to assume now I do official screen on there. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Trust me. I remember when I did the oh wow, I just say it on the whatever. But yeah, no, I remember when I was doing my own little professional run on the main story of Resident Evil 4 to get the cat ears accessory so I could get unlimited ammo, like all the weapons. Gang, when I tell you I was stressing, bro. Already, you had to go through freaking Salvador and all that jazz, but then you gotta freaking go through some of the titular enemies, and it's just like,
said meeting you once was enough.
How convenient, as I was growing tired of the modern Dutch. Let us play this game of ours in true Salazar fashion.
My bad. I'm pausing and I'm sorry. I'm just texting someone real quick. But yeah, my bad. I was gonna say too that I also want to get separate ways. There's like 2 games I'm trying to get right now. My bad. Give me a second. All right. I will say that I was saying that I want the 2 games I do want to get is Separate Ways and Code Veronica. I'm yet to play Code Veronica. Like the reason why what I mean by getting Code Veronica is because I know like it's you can buy Code Veronica on the PS4 version for $15, and I genuinely want to play Code Veronica because it's kind of like important to the overall lore of Resident Evil, and it'll give me more context of like the whole banter between Chris, Albert, aka Albert Wesker, and Claire a little bit, and Joe. But also just because that's one Resident Evil game I have not played yet. There's a couple Resident Evil games I haven't played, but that's one I have not played yet. Another, it's not really like a full-on game or a standalone game, but it's a DLC to Resident Evil 4 Remake, because what you mentioned, Nuts, Separate Ways. I want to get Separate Ways as well, but I'm gonna wait on those 2 games because right now I'm trying to focus mainly on getting Resident Evil Requiem. Once I get Resident Evil Requiem, I'll wait like a couple weeks, maybe even like a few days or so, and then I'm gonna get Resident Evil Code Veronica and Separate Ways together. Also have Devil May Cry content on my YouTube channel that are still archived. I need to upload before Resident Evil Requiem comes out. I've been waiting a lot because I have an editing style that I've been incorporating to it that Loki want to use in there, but it's been taking 3,000 years. It should have been uploaded sometime in like October 2025 at the latest, maybe in November 2025. But again, we're like almost halfway through 2026, and I still don't have those videos uploaded. It's crazy. Yeah, all right. And then hold on, let me check out your comment real quick. Our notes. First, both of them named deals. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool. That's chill. No, and I also kind of feel that whole like not really wanting to start or continue the game and stuff like that. Also, one of my friend who texted just said hi. So if y'all want to say hi back to her, please do. But yeah. But yeah, gang. Yeah, and I low key feel that like feeling of just not wanting to pick it up and or continue Resident certain games, especially like Resident Evil. Because it's just kind of like a drag and stuff like that. But
you were expecting me.
Hey, gang. Eventually, you do come back to it, right? And it is a very entertaining thing, ultimately, right? Yeah. I will say though, I do enjoy my gameplay, whether it's on hardcore, professional, or even like normal, aka standard. This is less professional than usual. All right, bro. We're gonna just blow you guys up. Genuinely. And what else was I gonna say? Well, gracias noches for landing right on that, Leon. What else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I don't even remember. Gang, how did I not freaking remember, bro? Something important. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Had a little intermission, but I remember. So I was talking about the freaking difficulty run. Yeah, like I enjoy my runs on all difficulties, low key. But I do plan on going back to professional difficulty a little bit, cause again, I like playing and all that stuff. And yeah, like it does give you a lot of challenge. Like there's nothing wrong with having a bit of challenge in any game, especially a game like Resident Evil. Also, yeah, good job, Doofus. Also, do enjoy bringing my Infinite Rocket Launcher along the ride. Overall, I don't really use my rocket launcher a lot, as I should, because it's an Infinite Rocket Launcher. But part of the reason is because I usually have it for like, insurance policy, pretty much. Especially since there's sections you just kind of want to go through, and you really don't want to go through them, but you have a rocket launcher with infinite ammo, so you're just like, hey, you know what? Sure, let me just use that. You just kind of get past the sections much simply. That's kind of how I feel about it, gang. But yeah, no. Most of the time, I try not to use a rocket launcher, especially on like harder difficulties, because I do love the challenge, and already my guns are pretty powerful as it is, anyways, both in the original and in the remake. So, and it just kind of adds to the challenge. It kind of makes me feel a lot more powerful when I'm just able to play in like any difficulty, whether it be easiest or the hardest difficulty. I'm just like mowing down enemies like there's nothing. You feel me? That's when I feel like, I feel my most powerful. Because it's just entertaining as hell overall. And to be frank, it is just like peak cinema, gang. Like, it genuinely, my ear. It's generally like, hell yeah. Like, you just have, I don't know, you just feel this sense of superiority and dominance when you're able to just, like, kill enemies with your regular guns on, like, any difficulty that's maxed out. And if you're just, like, kind of, like, out of it or struggling or just don't really want to go through any certain sections or even, like, any certain, like, particular part, you could just, like, use an infinite rocket launcher and just, like, mow it down and you're just good to go. Especially since they can really help with AoE and just getting past some of the tedious, annoying sections of the game. Especially get done with some of the more tedious, or annoying sections of the request, like the hive mind. You can just kind of use the rocket launcher to kind of just like, speed run that, and some of the medallions you can just kind of use a riff on the rocket launcher to speed run as well. So yeah, let me read your comment, Isle Nuts. I will finish both RE4 professional challenge. Challenge, remake, and DLC, and move on. Yeah, definitely. That's what I hopefully plan for as well. I'm really hoping my father can pre-order the game at the very most before Friday or even Thursday. But if he ain't able to pre-order it anytime before, hopefully he could get it either on the day it comes out or at least a day or two after it comes out. Because again, I won't be too late to the party, and the hype will still be pretty big. Especially since I'm trying to like really capitalize on content and everything like that. But I also just want to play the game over when it's at this most peakest, hypest alongside everyone else. So, that's kind of the whole plan and the whole shtick of it all, Yeah. Right now I don't have any like PC, so I won't be getting Steam anytime soon. But when I do, I will definitely be pre-ordering a lot of the games I have on my console. Genuinely. And I will also be that's crazy. And I'll also be buying some of these Resident Evil Remake and all that stuff, and Resident Evil Reqiuem and all that jazz. Because gang, it was like playing these kind of games on the on PC, especially with the amount of accessibility PC has plus mods. Yeah, you're gonna be having an entertaining amount. You're gonna have a hell of a lot of time, hell of a good time, entertaining time. Especially since I'm also like a huge anime fan, especially in especially for like anime games like Dragon Ball, Naruto, and stuff like that. So, being able to mod those games like Xenoverse, Fighters, Sparking Zero, all those games, that's gonna be a very entertaining time for me as well. Also, I'm excited for the DLC coming out for Sparking Zero in the summer. That's gonna be freaking fire. And I'm also excited for Devil May Cry 6 since that's also been announced and been confirmed to occur, or at least any new DMC game coming out, because we also got confirmation they're going to be also perhaps remaking old Devil May Cry games and remastering and porting and stuff like that. So I am curious to see all of that as well. I lost health from that. Nani? Like, make it make sense, game. Make it make sense. Alright, that leads to death over there. Let's, alright. Set everything together. Perfecto. Alright, just so I can kinda... I missed! I missed! I missed! Get off my freaking site, boy. Get off my game. Genuinely. Alright, let's, aim me right here. That didn't kill everybody. That kill that person down there, so we don't gotta worry about this. That dumbass motherfucker. Grab that, turn around. Alright, and you can stay dead. I do kind of enjoy that. Like, it's kind of like a gamble whether to go for the head of the Ganados or not. It's much more done well in the remake than the original, because you really don't know if they really are gonna pop out or not. And unlike the original, where every gun had a laser sight, and you could kind of tell from certain cues and certain, you know what I mean, like, and even from the laser sight, whether there's going to be like I forgot what to call it, but like, you know, pretty much where they explode, the mask and all that type of shit. The remake doesn't have that really, or at least have that luxury, so you kind of gotta like gamble, and it's kind of like a high risk, high reward. There are certain sections, certain points where you know they're not going to pop out, and so it just makes it a lot more easier, even on higher difficulties. But you know, overall, it's kind of like right. So it kind of pertains to the original roots of, you know, Resident Evil in general, right? With the whole, you know, item management, the whole high risk, high reward, you know, proper, you know, spacing, positioning, and where to do one thing or, you know, reserve for another thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I read your comment. My backlog. RE4 Remake, Speedrun, DLC, and main Reqiuem. Reqiuem, Story Professional, Microsoft 4, Fallout 2, PC, Yakuza. Alright, you know. Yeah, no, that's fire. That's a fire backlog. That's a fire lineup.
Get ready.
All right, open for traffic.
All right. Let's open that bad boy up, because I will be coming back here later on in chapter 9 to get extra items I didn't get a chance to get, and get extra small keys, and maybe get in chapter like 11 or 12 when I feel me. So yeah.
Sorry, I've had my fill of you guys.
Yeah, genuinely. My bad, ladies and fellas, man. Give me a second. Alright. Put you in here.
Ashley, where are you?
Oh, shoot. I could have freaking got one of the requests early. Oh, well. I'll do it later. give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and use the restroom real quick.
Stay back. I might hurt you again. I'm so scared. When that happened, it wasn't myself anymore. That was something else.
She must have been terrifying. I know.
You too?
It's okay to be afraid, you know. But you can't run. You gotta keep moving forward. We will beat this. Together.
I don't know if I can.
You can. Just give me a heads up before you stab me next time, okay?
Leon, thanks.
Alright, I've returned, ladies and fellas, men. Alright.
Luis, where are you?
Sorry, I screwed up. Come to my rescue, Prince Charming.
I'll show you charming, pal.
Come on.
Alright, no, that's fine. That's fire. That's fire.
Don't be late to the dance.
Can't believe that guy.
He's in trouble. We can't just leave him, right?
I suppose. Like, I guess, bro. I guess. Dude, it's just like. Huh. Whatever. What am I imagination? Oh, was it my imagination? Who knows?
Yeah, it's alright.
Come on. Let's go, Ashley. Ashley Grammarly. So I'll check something.
Come on.
Cartoon Network. Oh yeah, that's fire, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're gonna be enjoying that when that comes out. Yeah, I don't really know much about that. I haven't really taken the time to watch it either, but I probably would take a look at it, mainly because I heard it's pretty fire over there. So I'll definitely take a look. Man, I really hope like you enjoy the game and all that stuff when it comes out, especially since like you said you had a fun time watching the anime and all that stuff since it is like your childhood. So I hope when it comes out that you definitely enjoy it. I'm ready for. There's a couple games I'm ready for. We're all ready for Resident Evil Requiem. I'm pretty sure most of the human population is ready for GTA 6. I'm personally waiting for the game's coming out this year. I'm personally waiting for 007 First Light. Resident Evil Requiem, obviously, right? Like that's a given. And I'm also waiting for personally. Okay, wow, that's crazy. I'm also waiting for Phantom Blade Zero, and the ultimate game I'm waiting for. Not really ultimate because it's more like a childhood game that I'm excited to play again. But I'm also waiting for the new Lego Batman game coming out, because I used to play Lego Batman 2 as a kid growing up, and that was kind of one of the games that not only changed gaming for me, but kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of synchronized my love for gaming and me as a gamer in general. Like, if not for Lego Batman 2 and the PS3, bro, I would not been a complete gamer as I am today. The Xbox 3, I used to have an Xbox 3 growing up, and that was like the kind of game that. Hold on, let me see what you said. Strangers out like from summer. Okay, no, that's fire. Yeah, definitely. I hope you definitely enjoy it. Yeah, like I had an Xbox 360 growing up, which was like my first, introduction to gaming as a whole. My true love for gaming and that really, synopsized me as a full-on gamer was when I played Lego Batman 2 on my PS3. I had other games on my PS3 too, both around the time and after I got Lego Batman 2. Like, I got Lego Lord of the Rings. I had the Lego Movie video game. I had Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. I had the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the movie tie-in game. I had Spider-Man Edge of Time. I had a couple of awesome games on my PS3 at the time. Though the Lego Batman 2 was the one I remember playing the most out of all of them. I spent so many countless hours playing the game too many times as a youngster, just being lost in the world of Lego Batman 2 and the Lego universe as a whole, just enjoying myself in the game. And yeah, that was when I became a full-on gamer. Then as the years went on, I expanded my horizon, and now I'm pretty much in a lot of gaming spaces in general. Like, I'm in Devil May Cry, I'm in God of War, I'm in Uncharted, The Last of Us. I know a bit of Persona, even though I haven't played any yet, but, I'm a little bit in Persona. Obviously, I've touched upon a lot of anime games like Naruto and Dragon Ball. Obviously, I'm in Resident Evil, Devil May Cry. I'm playing again myself in the Bayonetta, and all those pretty, great games out there. So yeah, a lot of games to pick from, a lot of games to choose from, a lot of games to play from. It's a great time to be a gamer in the time where being a gamer is also kind of crappy, right? But hey, not everything can always be a perfect lineup, a perfect run, right? Especially since in our crazy time today, where so much crazy shit's happening in the real world, gaming in the modern era is pretty much keeping us sane from a lot of shit. On top of books, movies, TV shows, and art. Let me see what you said here. And similar with Megami Tensei. Something like some creatures and battle turn-based and. Oh, well, that's fire. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Especially like that, I'm gonna try out Persona and Shin Megami Tensei and all those kind of games. So, yeah, I'm curious to see how that's gonna turn out overall. They didn't die. Please tell me they both died. Yes, sir.
Hold on, I'll take care of them.
Now, we'll probably be ending the stream a little shortly because much as I would love to play and all that jazz, my microphone's gonna die, and I'd rather not have y'all hear this trash-ass mic on my controller while live streaming. I want y'all to have the best quality possible. And even then, my controller's finna be dying anyway, so there's that. But I will say this has been a pretty overall successful stream so far. I'm still gonna play a little more, obviously, but this has been an overall successful stream. I really appreciate it. Everyone who's tapped in, whoever's going to be watching the aftermath of that, really appreciate it. Also appreciate anyone who's been chilling out, vibing in the stream, listening to me yap, and also enjoyed some of the talks I had with some of you guys as well. It's been a blast. I will be doing probably more streams like that, both before and after Resident Requiem has launched, of course. Because, gang, who isn't excited for Resident Requiem? Come on now. Well, actually, I can do the early request now, because I know what it's at anyways. So let me do it now while I still have the chance, because Cuba Duba.
Awesome.
Grab that, gangy. I will go through that mission there, but you know, I'd rather just do it through here. You feel me? It's just much more. What the? Please am I killing? There we go. Now this area is completely fully done. So next time we come, well, it was, but next time we come back to this area, it will probably maybe 1 or 2 more dogs left, but ultimately we would just probably have the ganados here when we come back here in chapter 10.
Ballroom must be this way.
Nah, that's genuinely real. That's fair enough. Fair enough, you know. The whole thing about the woke scenario stuff that's been going on, I'm kind of just like on the middle of everything. Like, I'm just like whatever with it all at this point. Because, you know, there are times where things may be woke, sure, and then there are other times where it's just like not woke and people are just like calling woke because they're either bigoted or racist. I'm just like, alright, bro, like, let's chillax, right? Like, not every person that has a black person in there is apparently woke. I'm just saying. This is coming for someone who is black, right? Because I low-key think that when the whole situation about the woke thing came out, when I initially got into it, I was initially on board, not for the whole, like, you know, novelty and thing like that, but because I thought it came from a place of people who genuinely did not want to see misrepresented people in media, especially video games. Because I do think representation is important to some extent, but it's not the, you know, the end of the world, though, the end all be all, personally. I also think that we also at times need to chillax with what is considered woke and what isn't. What else? What else I was gonna say? But yeah, honestly, gang, when it came to that whole debacle, I was like kind of on board because again, like I don't want to see misrepresented people. I don't want to see people putting these guys in to check off a list or a box or to try to virtue signal, right? Because that's one of the worst things you can do when trying to represent people is virtue signal. Especially since these kind of people already go through a lot anyways. But yeah, that's kind of like my whole thing on that. But then, you know, and yeah, there's still things out there that I'm not denying that. Obviously, we gotta call them out when you call them out. But I also think that people have kind of used the word woke to a point where it's kind of lost all meaning. That, like, at this point, is like, yeah, bro, like, if you're even any shade that's not white, you're automatically woke. I'm just like, all right, bro, like, now we lost the plot. Now we've lost the plot. You feel me? I'm gonna read your comment in a minute. I own nuts. I just gotta get this freaking rat. Yeah. All right. Let me check what you said. I was sick and trust only Japanese and small European ones and Polish ones like Cyberpunk, Witcher, and being Polish help with. Oh yeah, no, definitely. That's fire. Oh yeah, agreed. Although we also have to remember, you know, with something like Cyberpunk, yes, Cyberpunk is in a better place now, but it did struggle when it first came out. We all were there. We all were there when Resident Evil, not Resident Evil, when Cyberpunk first came out in 2020. It was rough. It was hella rough. It's good to see the game is now in a better state than it was before, and it's actually really good. And I'd say the game wasn't bad at all. It was never bad to begin with. It just had a horrible start. Especially when, you know, this is a game you've been waiting for over, what, 12 years? And it comes out a buggy, shitty mess. That's like if GTA 6 came out with bugs and glitches and people have been waiting over, like, almost 20 years. Almost 15 years for this game to come out.
Looks like we figured it out.
Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. That is hella rough.
Come on.
That's kind of how it was for Cyberpunk. And obviously it was at a little lesser scale than if GTA 6 were to ever go that route, because, I mean, let's be real. If GTA 6 does that, then that's the end of the gaming industry, let's be real. But, yeah, no, like, that was a really big thing that occurred when it came out, right? It was really rough. It was really rough, to say the least. But I'm happy to see Cyberpunk is now at a better state than it was before. I can't wait to try it out eventually whenever I get it. But in the meantime, yeah, like, no, definitely, like, nowadays, in the modern spaces, you usually just trust a lot of, like, more, Eastern
Too bad.
developers in general. There's very rarely any Western developers that don't fuck up their series. Like, I know for people I could say that don't fuck up the series, at least often would be, like Santa Monica Studio, Rockstar Games hasn't gone down that route, at least not yet. Um, and yeah, really, like those kind of really like, titular like, main uh Western developers I can think of that don't really fuck up their games like that. How most of the other developers, and if there are any other Western developers that don't fuck up their games or series like that, please let me know, cause but it is very rare to find a lot of Western developers not effing their series or their games up in general, whether it's for like political reasons or for monetary reasons, whatever it may be. Like, yeah, it kind of just sucks, and it's rare to find Western studios that are still the same as they were when they first started, or at least have adopted to the better times, but have not lost their way. You know what I mean?
You can't be serious.
Like, it's nice to see that, personally. I like how these armor knights drop down spinal. That's pretty nice. Okay, you need to, yeah, and, Ashley Graham, I guess, bro. Alright, come over here, buddy, come over here. Alright, buddy, alright, brody, damn. Well, true that, but I know that there are still some like good like Western companies out there still that have not fucked up their entire series yet. So it's just rare. It's just like rare to see them nowadays. That's the problem.
Hey, are you okay?
Like, I also don't think. Well, I mean, I know there's been some talk with Ragnarok specifically, especially when it came to Santa Monica Studio and God of War, but even with Ragnarok, I still don't think Santa Monica Studio have really lost most of their edge to an extent. They're just kind of like adapted. But with the recent remakes coming out, I'm a little scared. I'm a little worried. I cannot tell. I'm a little worried that it might cut off some of the edge. Because I think what really made God of War really popular was how it wasn't afraid to be dark and edgy, but not oh, I'm trying to be cool kind of dark and edgy, but more like just natural, part of the world, natural part of the vibe, kind of dark and edgy, right? So I don't know. I low-key am a little worried with remake. Not really with how bad they're gonna handle it, because I know they're gonna handle the story with a lot of love and care potentially, and I know they're gonna bring the whole cinematicness of the games to even greater heights with the modern technology and stuff like that. I just know that the big elephant in the room is the popular, infamous sex scenes in the game, the mini sex scenes. I know some people are a little worried that they might take them out, and fair enough. It is kind of a point of contention, right? Will they take them out? Will they not take them out? You feel me? But honestly, I don't think there's too much to worry about with that. Plus, I mean, they might keep at least one or two in, especially if they're kind of part of the story a little bit. But I don't know.
Welcome. What can I do?
Let me see what you see here. The only Western series I still like is from France. It's like Assassin's Creed, still even
I'll buy almost anything.
True that, but even then, Assassin's Creed has got a lot of shade in recent years, right, with this game. So then again, Assassin's Creed has been kind of suffering like that, right? But no, genuinely, we've had worse, right? We've had worse. So I don't have anything, so I don't know why I came down here. I'm an idiot. But yeah, I think I'm low-key end it off here for you guys. I don't really want my headset to die while talking and enjoying the game, and I really want you guys to experience this in the peak popular possible way. I would probably do like a part tour live stream later down in this month before. And it had just happened, guys. So you're going to be stuck with this crappy mic for the rest of the outro. But yeah, I will be doing like a part tour sort of pseudo live stream to Resident Evil 4 Remake in preparation for Resident Requiem sometime later this month before Resident Requiem comes out. And hopefully by then I'll actually have the game so I can be more confident in what I talk about and, you know, being like actually prepared for the game. But yeah, thank you guys so much for who has engaged or will be watching the aftermath of this live stream. Thank you for everyone who has talked and stuff like that. You two Iron Nuts and anyone who has joined the stream, hope you enjoyed and had a nice chill time. Please be prepared and be ready for Resident Requiem because I'm going to be live streaming that. If you are ready for that, leave a like, comment, subscribe for whoever's new. If you enjoy what I am and my content, stuff like that. And overall, I hope to see y'all on Resident Requiem and next time on my live stream. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys. So yeah, peace out.